back with my friends. We have Sam, the dungeon master, dungeon brewer thing.
Dungeon Brewer, hi. Things are lagging on my end. I should be live
Oof,
now.
eh, unfortunate.
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
it's one of those deals. If not, I'll manage.
Hello again. It is Pride Month. Time for
In
gay.
fact, I mean, with you in any sort of scenario in any stream, it is always time for gay because you are
Vi
you.
har lifestyle.
Be gay, do crime.
Do
Yeah,
not do
and
crimes.
hang
I
on.
like
I'm
doing time.
gonna have to
Do
reset
not do crimes.
OBS.
For
It is.
for for
Do Valentine's.
No!
It is the crimening.
God damn it.
well, legal purposes, everything said here in the past 30
Was a
seconds has been a joke.
Has it?
Rose, I will bonk the hell out of you.
Hun?
You want
for-
you guys both want violent crimes. I will commit violent crimes. The problem is that you will be the victims.
Don't threaten me
Hun,
with a
for
good
the
time.
sake of streaming, because yes, I am now live on Twitch. Please, that was a joke. I managed to fix things, so yes, that was a joke.
It was in fact a joke. We like to have fun here.
But anyway,
When last we left our heroes, our what's the word?
Merry Band of Misfits?
Melee
That'll
band
work.
of shits.
Merry band of trauma victims.
Yeah.
Just all of the
All of the trauma.
abuse. You are it's just a group, an entire party, where their backgrounds are some flavor of super soldier.
Some flavor of Super Soldier, which means some flavor of Super Soldier trauma that people are handling in various ways.
Yes. I still do appreciate the absolute foil that is what was it? Is Brooke and Arkin, the polar opposites. If one is seen without a smile, there's a problem. If one is seen smiling, there is a problem.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Taylor, it's just I'm still depressed, but now I'm fast.
Well,
We're all depressed.
Taylor smiles.
I
Just
float.
usually if Brooke's in the room.
I,
Yeah, the two. It's just like that's right. There's the two. The two wives just decided to rapidly adopt the two brothers.
Correction. Taylor's adopted the brothers. Brooke is... Jury's out on Brooke. Just yet.
so Brooke is the father.
Is that? I'm sorry, May. Is that an absentee father joke?
It might have been.
I wouldn't say absentee, more...
No. It's not the absentee
reluctant.
father. It's the. I don't want to get a dog. 1 week later, the dad with the dog.
Again, reluctant father.
Yeah. It's like a reluctant hero, but a parental figure instead.
But anyway, back to the recap here.
There were violence scene. There was violence that happened. guns and teleporting and knives and
Basically, we went through a field
explosions.
test to make sure that our employer.
yeah, it's just they wanted to make sure your employer wanted to make sure that you weren't just some amateurs. Also, I just wanted to give you guys like a taste of how combat works.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little bit of behind the scenes reason there as to why the first session was primarily combat. But don't worry, this session is going to be primarily roleplay stuff, including the sort of the wind up. The y'all haven't gotten to Opal yet, I don't think.
No,
I don't think
we're
so.
Either
literally
way-
just sitting in the cafeteria right now getting food.
Well, yeah, no, I'm saying the ship hasn't gotten there yet. I don't think I said the ship was at Opal yet or not. Anyway,
Yeah.
Mm.
as a reminder, Opal was SSC's original home planet before they made it unlivable. How did they make it unlivable? Well, that's what the party here is sort of trying to find out. SSC has kind of gotten away with it in the sense of like plausible deniability.
Also, the fact that it's SSC, so they have the
Basically,
means
it's one of those
to
things
launch
where
a cover-up.
you need, yeah, you need hard evidence to really stick it to it. You need hard evidence to really
to actually make anything
to
stick
actually
to them.
execute the situation. Yeah.
Which, considering our employer wants to eventually take down SSC, their words, it's gonna be easier said than done.
Well, Kevin said either take it down or move it to get someone in power there that actually gives a shit. Someone who will hold up the three pillars.
It's still gonna be easier said than done.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Congratulations, you guys are on the campaign that is set to fight SSC directly.
Fun.
Considering two of us actually have SSC mechs.
We have a bit of a bone to pick.
And as a reminder, the other two were part of a joint SSC Harrison operation for making genetically modified super soldiers that pilot Orphan Mech. In fact, the primary reason why Arkin, aka his call sign 4, doesn't have a Harrison mech is because for a while he had been running with IPSN before finding out, oh, those are also assholes. Not as bad as SSC or Harrison, but they're still corporate assholes.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other one, I mean, you know how Horus mechs are. One day you're going to go print your microwave, and suddenly you've printed a goblin mech.
Printed a goblin mech complete with license.
Yes.
It just popped up in the kitchen one day. What can I say?
In other words, for the people in chats, Horus is experimental, to put it lightly.
Horus, you can't even say that. You can't even really say experimental. Horus is just esoteric. Because there's really nothing known about Horus.
Well, there's nothing known about Horus, and what is known is locked away in experimental laboratories on the edge of deep space. That nobody really knows where the heck they are. So,
Or in what are they called? Metabolts. Which those are an entire basically a metavault is effectively a cyberspace vault. You know, thus metavault. It's lovely.
I imagine Drake very showing up with a Horus mount one day and Archon just going, "Where the fuck did you did that?"
Where the fuck did you get that thing?
I found it in the woods.
We both know that's not true.
That's my secret.
That's my secret, Cap. I don't know where I found it.
so
I definitely did not kill the previous pirate.
back on target here. The four of us are currently sitting in the ship's cafeteria area. Still a little bit of an awkward meeting the party situation.
Meet the party. Bam, bam, bam. I'm gonna move us over. That's not what I wanted to do. I clicked on the thing. I did not want to click on the thing. I wanted to yoink. Like that. Yoink. Again, I apologize. It's fairly pixelated, but you know.
As long as it works.
It'll do. It'll do in a pinch. It's stock photos. It's completely free use.
Yeah. At this point, Brick will just kind of glance over at Taylor. Coffee?
You know how I like it. Enough sweetener in the bottom to make a sludge.
Right.
I would have figured you for more for a tea person.
Kind of, but she likes cat.
And it'll only take a few minutes, considering I don't think the coffee on an intergalactic ship would actually be that good. But it'll do in a pinch.
Oh, what do we got on this ship? A Cuisinart? Spaceballs is so good.
Yep. And Brooke will just have hers with a little bit of cream and not nearly as the same amount of sugar that Taylor has.
Not nearly as oversaturated.
Yeah.
You want a little coffee with your sugar milk?
I feel like that was a question on like the first or second date, but not after
Probably.
not after 9 years.
Yeah, it's like she would know that
9
the only
quote unquote years.
She would know the only way to get Taylor to drink coffee is to load that shit down. She's a little bit more esoteric about her tea, but coffee is she drinks coffee like a white girl.
Excuse you.
So you're every October you get the pumpkin spice latte. Got it.
Like fucker, I was taking a drink. But no.
It's funny.
I'm talking like if she goes to Starbucks, it'd be like 4 or 5.
Yeah.
It'd be like 4 or 5 different 4 or 5 different shots of flavor things. Heavy cream, enough espresso shots to as many espresso shots as she can legally get put into the cup.
Uh-huh.
Ma'am, you realize that this will.
Is there an amount of espresso that is illegal?
I mean,
There's
technically
some-
speaking, everything was poisonous at some point.
There is an amount of espresso where the Starbucks baristas will go like, I don't think we can put any more.
Yeah, and I
Remember, folks,
don't know.
if you eat 20,000 bananas, you will die of radiation poisoning.
Why, yes,
Yes,
the
the
radiation
poison
would
would
kill
kill you.
you.
And not the potassium. Anyway, back on target again. Dear God, we are in tangent territory.
I told you today is gonna be a much more chill session.
Uh-huh. So yeah, Brooke comes back and just... So, a North Star, Horus, and 2 SSC. Investigating what was SSC's trial run at Planetside operations. I knew I should have taken
Yeah,
that retirement a year ago.
Yeah, but retirement isn't nearly as fun though.
Hun, you know we'd never be able to retire.
I would. You wouldn't.
You tell them that you don't like pumping lead into evil motherfuckers.
Sir? No, I don't.
I know, I have issues.
Well,
I know, I have issues, many of them.
No, it's a case of she looks at Arkin and just goes, "No, I don't. I prefer stabbing them. It's a lot more intimate that way."
Ah, fair enough. Stabbing is fun. I used to do stabbing too. I used to actually. Hey, I had an Enkidu. He sort of like leans in with and whispers that, or like not whispers, but like subtly says that.
Uh-huh.
Enkidus are exceedingly rare. That was the Harrison mech that would like actually Taylor would probably recognize the name and remember how there were back in her day. She remembered the one of the biggest issues with that fucking thing was that it would melt the fucking pilot inside. Also, it would force the pilot into like this feral state of just
I feel like that would be just common knowledge. Like it's one of the mech frames that like nobody really wanted.
yeah,
to
but
get,
Taylor
and
knows
if you did.
especially because Taylor knows especially because she's fucking seen it.
Mm.
Taylor knows because it was a common mech of the headhunter teams.
Mm.
Having an Enkidu on your squad was a common thing, and you also were advised to stay the fuck away from them once they started getting into a certain territory of like heat. Because once they hit the danger zone once they hit danger zone, which is effectively bloodied but for heat.
And
Once they hit half heat, no, not explode. Go ballistic, feral. Go on a murderous rampage to anything within reach. Like anything that would move into like its reach. Because that's one of the things. Anything that moves into your reach or out of your reach as an Enkidu, you have to attack them. Just immediately.
Talk about a meltdown.
Yeah.
You okay?
No, that's just a name I've not heard in a long time.
Hmm.
Yeah, I kind of got rid of it though. You know, part of the territory of leaving leaving Harrison,
Good.
which was a bitch and a half, by the way. That was
I can only imagine.
we literally had to fight our way out.
Like I said,
Good.
I can only imagine.
It'd be like that sometimes, you know.
Good on you for stepping away from that flame. It changes a person.
I mean,
Oh, you have no idea.
She knows a
Yeah,
lot more than you think. And like, Brooke gets a protective look, and kind of, she doesn't put an arm around Taylor, but it's like there's a certain edge to her voice. Like, don't talk down to her like that.
listen, there's no need to get defensive over stuff like that. It's in the past.
I don't
What
think
happens
they would,
now?
and it's fine. I don't think they. I don't think they would. Oh, what's the term here? Accusatory.
Hmm.
Sharing experiences.
Uh-huh.
What does that mean?
But enough of us. I'm sure you have experiences to share as well.
Depends. What do you want to know?
Just whatever you're comfortable sharing.
Brooke will just kind of look to Taylor like, are you comfortable talking about things?
She'll uh Taylor will stick her hand in her pocket, and she'll stick her hand in her pocket and pull it out, and she's holding what at first looks like a cigarette, but it isn't. When she puts
A vape pen.
no, when she puts it in her mouth, everyone at the table will realize, oh, that is a sucker stick with no sucker on it.
Oh.
But she'll move that to the
Can I
corner.
make mention of that?
She'll move that to like the corner of her mouth, and then forgot what I was going to say. My brain is smooth. I got
Welcome to
too
the club.
I got too into describing the sucker stick, and then my thought train just went out the window.
Throw it out the window.
What is the what was the point in time called?
I don't know if I don't remember what the time was. All I remember was at that point in time it was Union was under SecCom.
Yeah, it's there's
So there's first com, SecCom, and we're currently in third com.
So, kids, how much do you know about SecCom?
Yeah, I know a bit. We know we've history books. We don't know. We went not we weren't there. We don't get to have the back in my day speech, but
Oh, there'd be a few. I think it'd be more than a back in my day speech, considering it was That's the
No, it was
400 years
several.
ago?
Yeah, it was a few centuries ago. Yeah.
Let's just say I have a little more hands-on experience with that time.
How long have you spent in Nearlight?
You're over 100 years old.
432? 32, right?
Something like that, yeah.
She'll turn a book.
No.
Eh, this, eh, this isn't counting the weird in between period, right?
Oh, that time's a little bit more, wibbly wobbly.
Like I
during
said,
that.
are we counting that or are we not counting that?
I don't know how to count that, is the thing.
Then yes, it's 432.
A lot of time in Nearlight.
It wasn't near light. She'll, it's like she'll raise her hand again and, pulse a little bit of that, energy from the simulation. But outside of the simulation, it's, it's hard to look at. Not because it's disgusting, or because it's painful. It's hard to classify. Like,
It's a mimetic.
yeah, like your brain. It's like your brain doesn't want to process it, as she wraps it around her hand. Basically, you get like a vague sense of blue and a space where reality just sort of lens.
Mm-hmm. Okay. It's sort of like put a spoon near it. I have an extra one of these anyway.
Like, does he actually put a spoon near the?
Yes, he has an extra spoon, so he puts it near the thing.
Is it plastic or metal?
Plastic.
It sort of disintegrates, but not in the
Not in a melty way, but more
not
in
in a
the
melty
light.
way. In the watching, it's like watching like a 400-year time lapse of a spoon.
Huh. That's
Interesting.
I was lost in something that I call the dream.
You were asleep.
Sort of.
lucid dreaming.
It's more that I like to describe it as I was somewhere like a dream, but not. That's
Okay.
half the reason that Book and I took this job, trying to get more information on some things that SSC would like to keep hidden.
I see.
That's the reason you took this job. I'm just here to make sure that you stay out of trouble.
That's why I said half the reason. The other half is think fast.
Uh-huh. Look. How do I word this without obviously I don't have to worry about scaring you kids, but I
You
don't
can be
exactly
blunt.
remember what I was put through. I only
Oh,
remember a project name.
you remember Project what?
The project name was Project Gemini.
Oh, must have been something pretty traumatic if your brain refuses to remember any of it.
Maybe that was part of the reason why. And she'll kind of lift up her bangs a bit, and you guys can see that she got a pretty nasty burn from something. Knowing SSC, they don't like to terminate projects as publicly as this. I want to at least figure out why it was terminated and if there was anyone else from the project. That
Okay.
and making sure little Miss Speedster gets what she needs without getting shot.
I'm pretty good at dodging, thank you very much.
Still doesn't change the fact that I've had to take a few shots for you.
You should know by now that I'd rather you not.
Yet it still happens.
Dodging only gets you so far, though. As Dravola can attest, he's been on the delivering end of quite a few system shutdowns. We'll put it that way. There's a reason they call us Thor and Loki.
One's a
That's what we do.
one's an elf, and the other one you have to watch, or else you'll get stabbed. Pretty fitting. We'll have to see which one's which in time.
Yeah.
The one night, they sometimes call me the one-eyed Chitstraw.
The what?
The one-eyed trickster. And it's better than one-eyed monster.
I feel like that's come up a few times too.
God has.
I mean,
I like that one.
you like being called a. Never mind.
Because the people who bring that up usually don't last long.
Fair enough.
The kind of dark humor Taylor kind of chuckles. That's nice. That's nice.
I mean, these two were a byproduct of a SFC and Harrison Lumpchild. What the fuck were you expecting?
Yeah, I didn't get any like weird, wibbly warbly, timey-wimey powers. All I got was super strength and durability.
Hmm.
Dravella can just do fucking weird shit.
Want to see me become someone else?
I'd rather not.
Okay. I'll save it for a missing then.
become
Save it
someone
for a
else.
rainy day.
How?
May, do you remember how many times per day you can use that, or per session or whatever?
That's once per session.
Okay. Ah, fuck it. This is gonna be a short session anyway.
He runs his hand down his face, and then when he when the hand chills the face, he lets identical to Blook.
The minute Brooke sees it, she just automatically tenses. Like, what the fuck?
Might have been a bad choice of subject there, bud.
And he chats. He goes, "Oh, my bad." And you hear that his voice sounds identical to Blook's. And then he
Taylor,
changes back.
Taylor will reach over and take the real Brooks' hand.
I can become anyone.
Remind me to
Really
bring you
useful
in
for
on.
infiltration.
Yeah, remind me to bring you on a stealth mission. But I'd rather you not use my likeness again.
That was just to show how realistic my illusions can be. My brother looks just like me anyway.
Looking between the two, there's.
There's definitely stylization choices uh
I
that
Except for
separate
the
assume,
two
fact,
apart.
I assume there's at least a little
However-
bit of a resemblance, but not.
Yeah, here. So basically, they look like if you had a copy of the same, like two copies of the same person that chose to dress in different ways.
and one has a highlighted vein and is missing the right eye.
And the other one just has a fuck ton of disciplinary scars all over his body, along with other scars.
So when he did the illusion, you notice he had two eyes.
Well. Yeah, and then one was just severely burned.
When he did the illusion, did the illusory Brooke was one of her was one of the eyes blinded?
Yeah.
It was an identical copy, so
Yes, considering the burn runs completely on the side of her face.
I mean, it's not a functional eye, but it looks identical. It looks real
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
enough.
oh,
All right. So,
yeah.
going into Opal, assuming that the debrief is accurate, and she'll pull up the she'll pull up what data that she has on the mission, at least on a data
Mhm.
pad. We should be the only team going in there.
Unless there's SCC teams operating in the area.
Hang
Well-
on. Hang on. I was getting there. That doesn't rule out the possibility that SEC might be sending in another team to try and stop us. There's also
Makes
the
sense.
fact that Harrison could also get involved, and your average bumfuck trying to make a quick profit.
I'm pretty sure that we can handle the average bumfuck.
I don't know. Depending on if they're affiliated with North Star, we could run into a few issues. Those mechs are particularly tanky.
I mean,
We can shut it down.
I doubt North Star would have anything to do with anything over here. Their particular shtick is just running as much of the galactic trade as they possibly can. And fighting piracy at like and you sort of see him when he says this, you can tell that it's like he's quoting what they said verbatim.
Mm-hmm.
Like the animals they are. He sort of rolls his eyes.
Fucking parasites.
I can
Galactic free trade, my ass.
I can think of a exception to the whole pirate shtick. If things go particularly south, we might actually get to meet her. And Brick will just kind of look to Taylor. Lindholm might be getting involved.
We should probably give Freya a call. She'd probably want some salvage out of this. Besides, she pays for it.
If she wants medical equipment, if we find it.
Well, there's probably medical equipment all over the place down there. Whether it's functional or not is a different story. Whether it's up to date or even any shade of usable.
Knowing Freya, she'll figure it out. She'll figure it out. But anyway, back to the assessment. Just SCC is going to be our biggest problem. That is, if they manage to find us in the first place.
So
If
what I'm
SSC
worried-
has any plans on this place or any, I mean, it's possible there's a spy or a mole or something, but like,
See, what I'm concerned
Eh.
about is them having a headhunter team in the area, especially if Opal is as important
Yes.
to them as we believe it is.
Considering this isn't our first hair-raising mission, hair-brained idea, whatever you'd like to call it, assume that, yes, a headhunter team is likely to be involved.
at least eventually.
In
I doubt there's going to be too
terms-
much of a problem early on.
No, this is more of a DM question, considering the debrief would actually have other details like climate and terrain as well. What is that looking like?
The only place that you can go into, you can walk around without a hard suit, is the arcology.
All right.
Do not go out anywhere without a hard suit. Because it will suck. Lots of radiation, lots of awful everywhere.
Hard suits were provided. We'll get them. We'll get them when we get there, or
You have your own hard suit. That's
Alright.
that's just a thing. Again, equipment in this game is completely replaced because we're using bonds. Bonds to bonds completely replace all of your the pilot gear and all that stuff because the bond system is a completely different system to how um, out of mech play would function normally.
all right. I would like to make a distinguishing thing, at least with Brooke's hard suit. There is a piece on one of the arms that is Taylor's favorite color.
Okay.
And that's just kind of how it's been for as long as they've been together.
Did they trade hard suit arms?
Probably.
That's cute. It's like Taylor's hard suit is purple, and I guess her the armor piece over her arm is Brooke's color.
Which in this case is navy. Because real ninja wore blue.
Hmm.
I see someone someone is also a fan of Gaijin Goomba.
Gaijin Goomba and Green Scorpion.
Fair enough.
Because his countdown on ninjas was surprisingly informative.
Go
And-
ninja, go ninja, go ninja.
Also,
go
I love
ninja,
the
go.
I love the thing when Gaijin Goomba did the how accurate of a ninja is the Final Fantasy XIV ninja? And they're like, well, obviously, due to the nature of the game, they're not very accurate as to how ninjas actually functioned. However, they honor ninja in the fact of how their moves function, how they're, basically just like their moves are basically all paying homage to ninjas,
Mm-hmm.
even if they have to be, have to play like DPS in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
Taylor will reach over and pick up the data slate, looking it over. This may not be our first, even our last harebrained scheme.
Knowing us, it's not the last.
It's just this is certainly the closest to SSC. And that's where I'm starting to worry. Because we've fought a lot of things, and I'm sure you kids have too, but headhunter teams do something else.
I've managed to scout a few before, but scout is a key word.
Scout is the key word. There's a reason I've always called you off of things like that.
You've called me off, but there's only one time that you've actually succeeded.
well, Drevella, I mean, we fought our way out of Harrison Armory's clutches before. We can deal with a few headhunters.
And that's the thing. I know how they're trained. I know how they fight. We're not equipped for something like that. Not yet. And even then, we'd need a hell of a lot of luck.
It's either me or Dravella that would actually be able to escape safely.
If nothing else, I'm willing to die to make sure you guys get out of there alive.
Sounds like a fun ride to me.
Hearing that, Brooke just kind of she tenses again because it's definitely something that she doesn't want to think about, but it's there in the back of her mind.
It's not something you should be smiling about, kid. You've got a long life ahead of you.
He shrugs.
I'm not here for a long time. I'm here for a good time.
Uh-huh. Well,
I
Hmm?
I was trained to eat people alive. If I need to go down to do so, then I'll go down to do so. It's as simple as that. Like there was a straight face on the smile was gone for a bit, but when it's as simple as that, the smile comes back.
Taylor's just going to sigh.
we're not going to be able to get through to him right now, are we?
More than likely.
All right.
Kind of reminds me of me when I was that age.
Was he better or worse?
I mean, well, I guess he kind of does. I was going to say he probably doesn't have to deal with 20-some years of fascist programming, but knowing where he comes from.
Either way, I need to make sure that the stealth protocols are actually in place on mine. And she will go to take a look.
Are you using your move?
No, I'm not using the move.
Okay, I just whenever you say that, I'm gonna have to ask that just because I want to make sure.
I understand that. And
whenever she actually uses the move, we should just play a left foot trap and sensual seduction.
No, because that's copyright.
How copyrighted is it?
If it gets picked up on either of our streams, I'm gonna get tagged for sure. No, we're not doing that. Yeah, she's leaving Taylor with the boys for now.
He sort of Arkansas sort of looks at his at his own tablet and he's just sort of. She knows she can check that remotely, right?
She likes to get a little bit more hands-on.
Fair enough.
It helps keep her occupied.
Mm-hmm.
Besides, sometimes you just gotta give it a little bit of a personal touch. Not let the drones do everything.
You mean the printers?
Yeah. She's kind of she kind of gets a little bit not necessarily cagey. Her age is showing.
Yeah.
Because back in the day, everything was done by automated drones.
Yeah. And now we have giant 3D printers.
You just stick the frame in and it prints everything on it.
Better yet, it prints the entire frame. I don't know how it prints metal, but we don't ask questions here.
We're that far into the future. Don't question it.
Fair enough. I mean, literally thousands of years.
Uh-huh. Like I said, we're that far into the future.
Uh, and he's just sort of like twiddling with a few things. Yeah, let's go with the mines. That's that's always a good one. Area denial. Oh, that actually would work really well with you, wouldn't it? You can sort of just translocate your frame anywhere.
Um,
I didn't hear what you said. You cut
I
out.
said roundabouts. The slip drive is not something that most people are used to fighting with.
I mean, they have.
good.
Not a lot of people are used to dealing with a singularity in time.
Yeah.
It's like as she's talking, Taylor pulls something out of her pocket and starts to toilet. And as it goes, it's like they would realize it is a butterfly knife that seems to be glowing with the same energy as the fold knife that she used in the simulation.
Hmm.
What an interesting weapon.
There's a couple things that I found over the years. Some things work a little bit better with my powers than others.
That's fair.
I can understand it.
I never could really be a sniper. Couldn't sit still long enough.
I know.
Yeah, that's what they always say. It's it's always the ADHD kids like I want to be a sniper, and then they realize, oh, no, no, this is awful. Me, I always just like to be up close and personal. Whether I'm dropping a hammer on someone or just, you know, and he just does the shotgun pump motion with his hands.
I get that. I've always been more of a she'll twirl the knife again. I've always been more of a blade type myself.
Yeah, when I first joined, because I joined, you know, like I said, I joined IPSM. I was tempted to run a Blackbeard, but it's just honestly the Tortuga with the Goblin is just too fucking efficient.
I don't have to try. I just manipulate change.
And we're both pretty fucking good at tech attacks. We're both good at hacking. It's just his hacking is a lot more. There's a lot more things. I can mostly just like do the basics. But that's just mostly because the mech can. The mech has Star Trek has a fair bit of electronic warfare in it.
Electronic warfare. That's it's been a long time since I worked with somebody that was their purview.
Well, that's what Dravella does.
You wouldn't
Sorry,
happen to
my
hear.
brain. Go ahead.
Hmm?
Go ahead.
She'll look at Dravella. How good of a shot are you with a rifle, kid?
I'm pretty good with my former rifle.
With your what rifle?
Former.
Can you spell it out?
Yeah, I'm sorry, May, but
It's thermal,
Is it-
but it's also May. So thermal rifle.
thermal.
Yeah.
Thermal rifle. All caps.
It's like just copied and pasted from the sheet.
Oh, I was like,
See, because
May doesn't usually use all caps.
I thought you were saying pharma is the thing.
I'm a rifle.
Yeah, on the Trump chap charm chain, it's in all chaps. I just copied and pasted.
No, you're good.
But yeah, that is my Met's main weapon, though.
Well, main
Little bit-
main physical weapon.
Yes.
A little bit used to electronic Overwatch having some anti-material capabilities, but I guess that'll do.
To be fair, it's a goblin mech. Not a lot of space for anti-material rifles.
Fair point.
Though I suppose I could pick one up. It would just be the only weapon that I can use.
Most of my time on the battlefield is spent manipulating the opponent's mech anyway.
Yeah,
If I have to take a shot, we're probably in trouble.
Yeah. And your friend tends to excel at both control and support, which again works wonders with shit brickhouse shotgun man. I mean, I mean, hell, starting the Tortuga up is practically hearing the Pillarman theme.
So I assume at this point, Brooke will start to come back. Because, yeah, it really doesn't take long, but it's making sure everything's in place, making sure that she's got
Mhm.
at least somewhat of a clear head.
Yeah.
You know, all that.
Yeah.
So, anything interesting?
Oh, just reading tidbits about weaponry and arsenals.
Mm, nothing to sneeze at, but I prefer my knives. I should really see if I can get somebody to mod them though.
Sorry. See if you can get someone to do what?
Mod.
Yeah. Maybe we'll find some stuff on the ground level there, huh?
Maybe. Even then, SCC parts are easy to come by. It's just making sure that they're still functional.
Depends on how old they may be.
On a planet that was made inhospitable. I mean, it wasn't glassed, so
Like I said, there's a possibility. It's just, it's gotta make sure it works.
I wonder if they will find any. I mean, I know this is SSC, not Harrison, but I wonder if we'll find any world killers there.
I'm sorry, a what?
A watchtower.
Oh, did you? Oh, yeah, Harrison. Yeah, they purged that shit, didn't they?
I knew Harrison was up to stupid shit. I didn't think it was world killer levels of stupid.
You know how the Genghis Mark One is one of the most like Mark Two rather is one of the most not one of the most used. It's like but definitely one of Harrison's like premier frames that they
That they won't shut up about? Yeah.
yeah. The Mark One was bigger and it was called the World Killer.
Oh, joy.
Yeah, they burnt an entire planet down with that.
Yeah, that sounds like
I can
Harrison.
only assume.
And
I can only
sounds like them.
I can only assume that the reason that they did this is because they saw something on the planet and went, nope, kill it with fire.
And the fact that Harrison was the one that did the no, kill it with fire. That's a little concerning.
Uh, several just yeah. I mean, who knows? Maybe they just found Australia, the planet.
Somehow I doubt that. Somehow I doubt that.
Yeah, it's the Enkidu and the World Killer or the those were two mechs that were not entirely discontinued, but let's just say in order to get one, you have to order off the secret menu.
A highly illegal secret menu.
It's Harrison. You think they care?
Fair point.
Multi-system wide corporations that can just, get away with
Actual
Nearly
war
anything?
crimes?
yeah.
Oh, don't you know it's not a war crime if nobody is at war?
Then it's a crime against humanity. What's your point?
I know, I was making a joke.
What? Sorry, I spaced out for a second.
Uh-huh.
It's like literally the response to that was just on instinct, autopilot.
Yep. At this point, we are, what, day? At least? From
Yeah,
breaching the planet?
yeah.
Oh.
You got about a day.
Well,
Oh, hey, how are you in? How do you feel about minefields with your mech?
Stepping into or deploying?
I have minefields on my on my mech.
I've got a flash
That
grenade
I can deploy.
and I've got a flashbang and a smoke mine.
We are just all shades of area denial.
Mm.
I love that.
Combining that with my knives, it can be a hairy situation. I mean, you saw the fact that Taylor and I do what I like to call a freaking magic trick.
Now you see me, now you don't.
When you say that, they teleports behind you. Exactly. And he teleports back.
Yeah. Arkin tries to think of a response and is like, yeah, you guys are really cool. You got that cool stuff.
Eh. It gets the job done.
I mean, hey, it's a lot more flashy than walk up, shoot guy with a shotgun.
You also have a shotgun.
Well, I think at the size of our Lancers, it's closer to a flak cannon.
Regardless, the fact that he has one.
I'm fairly certain that if we were to, I'm fairly certain that it would be considered a war crime for him to shoot a disembarked pilot.
At least it'd be a
If
quick
they
death.
find pieces of the pilot afterwards.
Like I said, at least it would be a quick death.
Arkin remembering the time that he caught remembering the time that he caught a mech bullet while he was on foot. Yeah. I mean, like I caught a small caliber from It wasn't like a mech that was fully functional. It was like glitching out, like the arm was glitching out and shooting.
Glitchy, glitchy.
I assume it was from an Everest because most mechs are specially designed.
I don't know. It was just some mech arm that had a pistol that shot.
Still, the fact that you were able to catch one. That durability training.
I mean, a little bit of. I mean, I guess that's what eugenics, weird esoteric eldritch, whatever this is, and cybernetics would get you.
Cybernetics?
Oh yeah, I have cybernetics inside my arms, or most of my body, most of my muscles.
Huh. I genuinely didn't think SOC would stoop to fucking with kids, but here we are.
Oh, just think of it like one of those shonen anime. It'll be fine.
That
I
doesn't
never
make it
really
better.
took a cybernetics. That's right, never replaced my eye with one.
Yeah, they kind of had to put you under 17 different kinds of anesthetics to actually manage to get yours into you.
They didn't stick them in a stasis
What little
tube?
they could. Sorry, what was that?
They didn't stick them in a stasis tube?
It wouldn't have worked.
How? It is literally a tube and you are conked out.
I get the distinct feeling that Dravala takes the stasis like I do.
So, he doesn't.
Yep.
Huh.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Kind of hard to stick me in chronal stasis when I can walk right out of chronal stasis.
it's not Chrono. And Taylor can actually see Brooke shudder because that's one of the major things that she actually remembers. And it's not pretty. God, I wish it was fucking Chronal.
Uh, well, like I said before, we'll hopefully find what we're looking for down there.
Hopefully.
We'll at least find part of what I'm looking for. There's still the very human aspect.
Well, at least find something.
And who knows? It'll be an adventure.
Yes.
It'll be fun. Oh, you remember that guy that we used to work with or used to run with, May? Or not May, Dragella. The brain. Sorry, I'm very tired. Yeah, you remember the guy that we used to run with, Dre? What's his name? Imverd. He ran that weird spiky mech that was always glowing up with him in it.
Yeah, I remember.
Sounds like one of Lindholm's pet projects.
I mean, I think on another Horus mech. Whenever he blew up, he would always yell. He would always yell "castigate."
Okay.
I don't know what that meant either.
Fucking weirdo.
Not exactly.
I mean, it would kill him and he'd come back. This is date for 3 ran his mech and bring him back. It was a weird one. I wonder what he's up to now.
If he's not in pieces.
Yeah, he's probably being put back together.
Probably. Somewhere.
Yeah. Do you guys have any weird people that you ran with?
Aside from Freya, and even then, she wasn't. It was only when shit weren't really at the fan. Actually,
I feel like she'd take offense to you calling her weird.
it's the last resort. What are you expecting? And she kind of looks at.
The last one picked on the dodgeball team. Got it.
No, it's more a hospital on legs.
Oh, Lancaster?
Yeah.
Fucking righteous. Those are very useful mechs.
Yeah, there's a reason I let her know about this little project. And that's why, if shit hits the fan, call her in. And if something happens to me, call her in.
Okay, yeah. But with the 4 of us on the team, I don't think we got much to worry about.
Let's just hope we don't make too of a mess. Or too much of a mess.
You mean too much more of a mess?
Yeah.
It's kind of already. It's already a wasteland down there.
Well, it's also a case of this is SSC. If they have any reason to. If we turn ourselves into a scapegoat, they will not hesitate to put us to slaughter.
Yeah, but from what we've seen, they don't even know that this operation's happening.
Yet.
Yeah, oh yeah, they'll probably bring something up.
There's a reason they wanted this place kept quiet.
Something will happen eventually, and we'll just have to deal with it as it comes.
It is what it
We'll
is.
just have to put several. We'll just have to put several shotgun rounds into its mouth, violently.
As we do.
While its core is having a meltdown.
Oh, you boys are gonna be a fun time.
Extreme violence. One is physical violence, the other is electronic violence.
I mean, like I said, Brooke's not fully the adopted parent, at least as of right now, but it's still a either I'm going to like you or I'm going to want to kill you, one of the two.
Either I'm gonna like you or I'm gonna want to kill you, or both.
Probably both.
Fair.
Probably both. But yeah, Arvin might actually know about Lindholm, or at least know her call sign as Valkyrie.
Alright.
And the last resort is just, again, Lancaster. Hospital on legs.
Oh, give up.
And out of character note, we are over an hour, so it's completely up to you, man.
We can run a few more minutes. I want to hit an hour and a half before I.
Call it.
Yeah.
Well, we're at an hour 25, so.
I'm at an hour and 26. Actually, almost an hour 27. Ooh. But yeah,
An hour 20 bingus.
Gabo and Bingus.
Mhm.
Gabo and not bingus.
Uh, but yeah, I'm trying to think of what else can be said here.
I mean, at this point, it's a. We either get calmed down and, like, hey, we need to give you more information, or we can just wrap it up and start next session heading to the planet.
Hmm.
I mean, even a first contact with our eventual contact down there would actually be nice.
I still don't have an image for them yet because Brain is.
They don't necessarily need an image right now.
Do you recall the name of the contact?
The contact for the planet. You did
The
not
planet's
give...
called Opal.
Well, yeah, but there's a person on Opal that we're supposed to meet up with.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You
Do
did not
remember the
give
name?
that person's name.
Okay. Uh. Yeah. Dr. Grayson is someone that you'll be actually meeting next session. They're already on the arcology. They were kind of their sort of as the person in charge of running it and making sure that its construction was off the grid, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get any sort of comms from them, but you do get a correspondent, or not correspondence, but like a, I was gonna say correspondence, like a text correspondence of like that they are expecting to yeah, basically you'll be wanting to meet them like before noon. you're expecting the ship to get there roughly, like I said, within 12 hours.
Okay.
Uh, you'll probably get beamed down to the planet before noon, or before. Time is weird,
Oh, so we're
even
being
without wibbly wobbly shit. But like,
yeah.
you know what I mean.
We're
Like,
being
noon-ish.
teleported in. Okay, we're not going in like mech. Cool.
Okay.
That at least takes away some of the logistics work.
So that you don't have to Helldivers your way down.
We still could. Is it the best idea to? No, but we still could.
But with that all being said, I'm thinking I'm going to end the stream here. Thank you all so much for watching, and I apologize for the shorter stream here, but just today's been a bit of a day.
Life proceeded to say no. Fuck you.
Yeah, it does that sometimes. But thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, ring the notification bell, all that fun stuff. Be sure to follow the Dungeon Thrower over on Twitch.
And also ring the bell just to be notified when I go live. Next stream for me will be Wednesday.
Remember, be gay to crime.
No.
Do not commit crimes.